Coffee Talk. I am your host, Mashuma Saba, M. Saba, and this is our Cultural Variety Podcast. Stay tuned. Peace. And welcome to Coffee Talk Podcast, the Cultural Variety Podcast Show. And I am your host, Mashuma Saba, M. Saba. And this is our Cultural Variety Podcast Show. How y'all doing today? Peace, greetings, salam. How y'all doing today? I'm glad to be here. I want to start out by saying that I'm glad to be here this evening. Today is Juneteenth, actually June 19th, 2023. And we are celebrating Juneteenth today. Actually, it's been celebrating all weekend. I think that's cool. But in my city, the Twin Cities, they're having their annual Juneteenth celebration, man. And I'm happy. I'm happy that our people are out and celebrating us for once. The Juneteenth normally in the Twin Cities originated over at Theodore Worth Park over in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And it was always a great event. Then it went through its years of, where it was a little bit out of control. And now it's starting to get back on the positive. So definitely happy that we can continue to have festivals that celebrate our people, provide tradition to our children, and things like that, So if you are in the Twin Cities, you may have enjoyed, if you got out, you and the family probably got out to the Juneteenth celebration, which was on West Broadway over in North Minneapolis, the block party. And then, there's been festivals throughout the weekend. So if you got a chance to just get out, get you some good barbecue, got a chance to see your children smile and laugh, got a chance to enjoy each other, or just enjoy the community in general, man. That's what it's really all about. Now, speaking of this Juneteenth Monday, I was going to say the weekend. We've been, everybody's been celebrating, of course, since Friday with family. And it's, it feels like an Independence Day. Juneteenth was once called Freedom Day, which was like an independence of sort, because the Emancipation Proclamation declared that all slaves were free. And I want to ask you this before we lead off into the show. Do you really feel that you are free? And what is that definition of freedom? Go ahead and leave that in the comments. Let us know what your thoughts are. What is your thoughts on freedom? What does freedom mean to you? What does it mean to be free as an individual, as a culture, as a community? Go ahead and leave your comments. Let us know. Let us know you also are enjoying the show tonight. Coffee Talk Podcast, the Cultural Variety Podcast Show. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and start our show. We never start the show without giving you the flavor. That's right. We love to give you the flavor, and the flavor can be anything from just some words of wisdom, an affirmation. It can be, typically, it's a drink of some sort, just to get you in the mood when you come into our humble home and you kick your feet up. So that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So if this is your first time joining the show, we never start the show without giving you the wise words as well as today's flavor. So let's go ahead and start the show, shall we? Today's flavor right now, the temperature is 89 degrees in the Twin Cities. It's nice. It's a nice warm. And excuse me for sweating just a little bit. It's come under all these cameras and light. But it's a nice 89 degrees, 90 degrees, whatever you want to call it.
It's 89 degrees, but it feels like it's 90.
You know how they be saying that. Well, yeah, it's like 89, 90 degrees here in the Twin Cities. And because of that, I just feel like the flavor of tonight is going to be a nice red wine. That's right, a nice red wine. Uh, something that has a small snap of dryness, after you sip on the red wine. Because, the red wine has a dry aftertaste. So we just want something that's just, slightly dry. But today's flavor is a nice red wine. That's right, with just a little bit of snap after you swallow it. Something very small and chill and relaxing. That's tonight's flavor, red wine. But what are you drinking on? Excuse me. What are y'all drinking on? If you ain't drinking on red wine or Chardonnay, what are you drinking on? What do you got in your cup? Water, wine, smoothies, beer, whatever. But make sure that whatever you're doing, man, that is the flavor. Let us know what the flavor is. So leave us a comment. Let us know what you're sipping on right now as you enjoy this hot day today. Yeah, that's right. It's hot out, but it's a beautiful hot, man. You know what I'm saying? Our winters can last a long time, man. So we'll take what we can get. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful weather and pretty toes. That's how we do it. All right. Now, next up is the wise words. The wise words as we start our show here at Coffee Talk Podcast. Tonight's wise words is from one of the greatest actors that represents the culture. He's an Oscar Award winner, and everybody knows him. So I'm just going to jump right into introducing him in the wise words we want to use today. So the wise words is by no other than great actor Denzel Washington. And Denzel Washington once said this. He said, at the end of the day, it's not about what you have or even what you accomplished. It's about what you've done with those accomplishments. It's about who you've lifted up, who you made better. And it's about you giving back. Those are the wise words of Denzel Washington. Now think about that. So think about the wise words tonight. Go ahead and leave it in the comment. And when you get there, go ahead and hit the like button. Share the video. Call your friends. Let them know. Hey, Coffee Talk on. You remember that podcast I was telling you about? Man, it's on right now. Yeah, you can catch it on Facebook Live right now. Yeah, he ain't got it on Spotify yet. He tripping. He too slow with it. But you can catch it on Facebook Live right now and YouTube. Coffee Talk Podcast is on. That's what they be saying, right? They call. We used to do that on Thursday night. Cosby Show, come on. Hey, Cosby Show's on. It's on channel so-and-so. That's right. But yes, welcome to Coffee Talk Podcast, the Cultural Variety Podcast show. This is our Juneteenth and Father's Day episode, I would like to say. And what made me want to bring out this episode was I was thinking about the fathers, man, that are under the rug, that are under or that are attacked by this wicked narrative that is placed and bestowed upon Black men. I want to talk about the fathers that are not there every day, maybe every week. And we have all kinds of situations as to why fathers are not there. But I believe that tonight, I wanted to just let them know that somebody has their back. Somebody believes in them. Even if they're not doing what fathers should be doing ideally, there could be reasons why and circumstances as to what's slowing down that process. You know what I'm saying? So I really wanted to just reach out to those fathers. And so tonight, I just want to talk about how it's Father's Day, right? And wouldn't you know, in media, they're just gonna bombard you with their narrative. And there's fathers out there right now that didn't get to see their kids for Father's Day. And I felt like, look, man, I want to be here as an inspiration to give those brothers some affirmations and let them know that they're valuable. I want to let them know that don't beat yourself up because of Father's Day. Father's Day is every day. Don't beat yourself up if you haven't seen your child in a week, if you haven't seen your child in a month, some months, or possibly even a year. I understand. See, the news paints this picture as you being a harmful person. And they never talk about the fact that you could be a hurting person, someone that is hurting, someone that needs to go away and heal themselves before they could take on the responsibility of being the father that they want to be. And some never had a father at all. Some grew up in survival mode. And for whatever reasons, we can hold them accountable. But for whatever reasons, maybe they wasn't ready to be a father. Maybe they don't even know what a father is. And so you're out there and you're hearing from different circles on what to do, how to be a man. But at the same time, you're fighting your obstacles, just trying to get to become a righteous person within yourself. And the less you have, if you don't have mentors right away and you're still trying to find out who you're comfortable with, you're out there alone. And so I felt like I want to have to show the topic tonight, just saying that, man, we see y'all. And it's not a negative. You're just trying to find the right resources. You're just trying to find yourself so that you can heal and be the best man that you can be for yourself. And that would trickle down and lead on to others. I know brothers that have feelings right now, man. They're in their feelings right now because society treats us as if brothers don't have feelings for their children. Society paints this picture as if we're just baby makers, deadbeats. And it doesn't never talk about that other side. Tonight, I'm not going to talk about that other side because that's not what the show is. Today, we are celebrating Juneteenth. Today, we are still in celebration of Father's Day. And typically, I don't even like to play the holiday game. But I feel like Juneteenth is important. It's something that we can use to continue to speak about the atrocities that happen amongst our people. And may it strengthen and not create fear in our people, but strengthen our people to want to be better, want to build, own, be healthy. So that's why we celebrate Juneteenth. It's a continuation of not wanting to give up. And Father's Day, some of you brothers have argued back and forth with your former partner or significant other, and you may have had to walk away for self. And that doesn't mean that nobody gets hurt. Usually the child gets hurt. But I understand your reasoning, brothers, when you have to go and heal yourself. See, the old media doesn't point out that perhaps you was tricked into the relationship. Perhaps this, perhaps that. Like I said, I'm not here to bash genders. But tonight here on the Coffee Talk Podcast, I just want to let the fathers know, because when I was scrolling Facebook or social media like I do, I saw several brothers mention yesterday that this has been a miserable Father's Day for them. And that can only be the result of one or two things. One, either A, somebody didn't get to see their father. B, their father may have passed away. Or C, they want to see their children. Some of our fathers are off in the military. Some of our fathers are in prison. Some of our fathers are dead. And some of our fathers are just working through some issues. But still, those are your fathers. And one day you will be a father. And so we just want to tell you here at Coffee Talk Podcast that we appreciate you. We value you. And we just want you to heal, brothers. I want to talk about a few things at Father's Day. I just want to point out a few things that a lot of fathers go through. Let me know if this happened to you. You don't got to go into detail, but we're going to break down a lot of different situations that fathers may or may have not went through. And it's going to be a little different than what you normally hear with old media. And you let us know, hey, man, you noticed that? You noticed that? Or whatever, and leave it in the comments, man. So what do I mean by that? Let's talk about the first segment for Father's Day. Let's talk about what did you receive? What did you receive yesterday on Father's Day? Did you receive something outside the norm that you would love to share? Did you get your typical Father's Day moment where you just get a fishing rod, a tie? You know, when I was thinking about Father's Day and all the different scenarios that go on with Father's Day, I was thinking about there's some brothers out there, right, that are fathers. And even though it's supposed to be their day and we're supposed to be celebrating them, your father, how many of you brothers took wife out to eat last night and you had to pay on your day? On Father's Day, you took your family out and you had to pay. That's one scenario. Or what about the scenario if it's Father's Day and nobody tells you or shows appreciation or value? You just supposedly supposed to know. What kind of shit is that? That people came and say, hey, happy Father's Day. Did that happen to any of y'all? I'm not personalizing this. We're not doing that on this show. But I know that these are some of the issues that men go through. And so I'm using Father's Day and Father's Day examples of just things that happen on Father's Day. Do they resonate with you or anybody else that you know on Father's Day going through that? Was it Father's Day for you yesterday, but it didn't feel like it because you was the one that had to spend money? Nobody wanted to take dad out? Or perhaps your wife didn't want to cook for you, so she decided she used her love language, her looks and the blinking of her eye and got you to be on sucker mode and say, let's go to Benihana's or any other type 4-5-star restaurant, but you paid on Father's Day? How do you feel about that, gentlemen? Go ahead and leave a comment if this was something that you went through. There's a lot of ill narratives out there on Father's Day, and that's why I want to reach out to the fellas and just let them know you're not alone, brothers. I've been there before. And I just want to encourage you that even when you feeling like, damn, man, this is the worst Father's Day, or you not feeling good because nobody reached out to you, I just want to let you know that Coffee Talk Podcast, we recognize you, brother. And may time heal. May time heal so that you can, for whatever reason it may be, reach out to your sons. I'm not going to hold you and talk negative about you because you ain't there right now. There's all kind of reasons. And like I said, we're not going to go into them. It's not even about that. It's about just saying, look, man, you still a father. You still a father. And it's unfortunate that there's some, not all. You always got to use that disclaimer, right, people? It's bullshit. It really is. It's so bullshit. You always got to throw the in there. Not all. Not all. But there's a lot of single females with sons right now. And may you have all encouraged your sons to reach out to their fathers. But I know that there is some that have been so negatively influenced, casted by their mothers. Your daddy ain't shit. Daddy created some type of hate for him with you. And you don't realize the hate was put in by your mother until you start to become a man and going through the same things that these women put on us. Cast on you. Oh, you ain't shit because you ain't here. A lot of fathers got away because they couldn't deal with her. It's hard being with women, and women are not accountable. They can never be wrong. They disrespectful and don't even realize it because they got their excuses ready, or they got some type of shit where they reverse it on you. Oh, well, you remember that time you, instead of just being, hey, I apologize. I was wrong. So I get it if the fathers are not there right now. What I don't like is when you have some of these brothers that are newfound fathers, that's what I want to call them, because they get on social media and they want to just talk about the rest of the brothers as if they father of the year and shit. You know? Now all of a sudden they don't know about that fatherlyhood where they didn't talk to their kids for a while. And they were the ones that were getting talked about or laughed at or that stigma. I want to give y'all brothers props, man, whether you saw your children on Father's Day or whether you didn't. I want you to know that here at Coffee Talk Podcast, we support you. We support you. I'm sorry. And in due time, time heals. Anything you want, you will go ahead and bring forth. But I want you to know that it's okay to do it at your time. It's okay to not feel bombarded by other people because they know your situation or they think they do. So they start to put that pressure on you. You fathers is good, man. Next segment I want to talk about is this when we come to talking about different fathers. I want to talk about these new brothers, and they're not new because I mean it goes through the whole testament of relationships. But say you're not the father of these kids, and you're dating the mother now. You're the boyfriend. Brothers, I need you to understand that when you're dating this woman, that is not an individual thing. You're not just dating their mother. It is a package deal. So even though them is not your kids, but you getting her yam yams, her cooking, her respect, you can help her with her children. Her children want to go to the library. Her children want to go to the school dance. Her children want to play sports. So if you messing with the mother, even though them are not your kids, you should be showing some type of manhood by accepting that part of the package deal. And if you need to reach out to the father, then you do that as a man. But as long as you laying under that roof and there's children in that roof and they're not yours, it's still a package deal. Communicate with them children. Don't just look at them children crazy behind their mother's backs. Don't just have that eternal jealousy of her son. Start building with her son, especially if you see that son is going about it the wrong way and he's taking on that gangbang life. Share your knowledge, your wisdom, your experiences. You going out with the mother. So whether they call you stepdaddy or not, you going out with the mother. Make sure if that's your kingdom and you regulating it the way you're supposed to, make sure that you also are including love. That you teaching respect and responsibility to the children. Because a lot of times, children without no male discipline in the household eventually will run over the mother or even overthrow the mother. Look at the series Power, and that's just a TV series, but it reflects truth and how the Tejadas are now going against their own mother. So I wanted to reach out today on this Father's Day, on this Juneteenth, and just say, hey, brothers, whatever you're trying to do or what you want to do, think it through. You can see your kids. You have rights. You don't have to deal with some chick telling you, I won't let you see your kids. Let that shit go out in one ear and out the other. I know you don't like to go to courts and shit, TV, music, and all that shit. That shit made you not want to deal with judges and things like that. I totally get it. But if you are interested in getting custodial rights or co-parenting or whatever, establish that. Fight for that. Fight for your child. That's all I'm saying. And if you're not ready, I'm not knocking you, brother. I'm not knocking you because we don't know the other side of the story. See, we're not talking about that tonight. We're just talking about, man, we want to pay homage to y'all fathers, man. So keep your head up. If you didn't feel like you had a great Father's Day, man, or you're thinking about your loved ones that's no longer here, it's okay. It's okay to reflect on your father. Take all the knowledge and wisdom that your father had passed to you before his passing and moving into the essence. Take all of that and become a good man of your own, an honest man, a man of character, a man of integrity, a planner, a builder. This is what we want to tell you on Coffee Talk. This is what we want to express to you on Coffee Talk Podcast today. Now, before we get ready to go, as I said, we are in continuation of Juneteenth today. So we do have one small short story. I promise you, it's a small short story. It lasts for like only 40 seconds. That's how short of a story is. I thought it would be important to have it as a segment on the show tonight. And then I also want to just read a one-page description from Elijah Muhammad about knowing yourself. So just give me 1 second. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it like this, and how we always do it. I'm gonna hit you with a 30-second break, and when we get back, we're gonna go ahead and give you the short story and also some words of wisdom from Elijah Muhammad talking about know thyself. So I see y'all back here in 30 seconds. This is Coffee Talk Podcast, the cultural variety podcast show, and I am your host, Mashuma Saba. I'll see you in 30 seconds. Welcome back to Coffee Talk Podcast, the cultural variety podcast show. And I am your host, Mashuma Saba, M. Saba, and this is our cultural variety podcast show. Juneteenth Father's Day edition. All right. So, fathers that are watching the show, tuning into the show, let me know what you ate, man. What did you eat? Did y'all eat something good, though, yesterday for Father's Day? Go ahead and let me know what you ate. Leave that in the comments. Also, if you did get a gift and that's something you want to express, put that in the comments as well. I'll let you know what my gift was. It was really just my son been away at college, and I ain't seen him, in about a year because he's been away. So I ain't seen him in about a year. He didn't buy me nothing. And I wasn't expecting him to. I didn't raise my kids based on material morale. But I said to my son, because we were talking, he called me, hey, Dad, happy Father's Day, blah, blah, blah. We talked, chopped it up like we always do. And I said, son, send me a picture because I haven't seen you in so long. I haven't seen my baby boy. He's 21, but he's still my baby boy. So he sent me 2 pictures. When I saw the pictures, I was happy. I was delighted. It felt good. And, that was my Father's Day gift. So, again, it doesn't take name brand, money, and all this stuff, man. It could just be the small things that make you feel good on your day, Father's Day, on Father's Day. So let me know, fellas, did you eat something good? Did, something mean a lot to you that was very small? Go ahead and leave that in the comments, man. Go ahead and hit the like button. Definitely share the video and make sure you subscribe to Coffee Talk Podcast. What did I have for dinner? I had a stew, basically, without, it doesn't have juices. I'll try to describe it because I could be describing it wrong. But my lady made sliced potatoes with black-eyed peas and also turkey, shredded turkey leg all throughout it. So it's a combination mixture. It fills you up. Oh, it was great. And that's just really what it was for me, man. I chilled out. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of you are coming home. You're probably tired. You're just coming from Earthel and Ray's house at the barbecue. Y'all tired. You got about 4 plates you just took from the barbecue, and you ready to just take a shower and unwind. No doubt about that. So we definitely gonna make sure that we finish up the show. The show soon. I can't talk today. Finish up the show soon. I'm trying to say that fast so that you can enjoy your evening. All right. So I want to go ahead and I want to read this to you. This is from Dr. Sujan Das, Peace to the God, also known as Supreme Understanding. It's a book that he wrote and put together called, can y'all see that? That's called Aesop Fables. This is like a nice storybook of fables, and it's great for young readers. But this little story, again, it's only like a 45-second story. You're not going to miss anything. The story is called The Rooster and the Jewel. I want you to listen closely on this Juneteenth Father's Day. The Rooster and the Jewel. A rooster scratching the ground for something to eat found a precious jewel that had been dropped there long ago. Whoa, he said, a fine thing you are. If your owner would have found you, she would have been really happy. But for me, give me a single grain of corn before all the jewels in the world. That's it. That's the story. Let's talk about the lesson. The lesson of that story was precious things are without value to those who do not care for them. So basically, I chose that story for tonight's Father's Day, Juneteenth, because what it reflects is, you ever notice when you're arguing with somebody that they always want to talk money? Or who got the most money? Or things like that. You know what I'm saying? Money does not make everybody happy. That's why the suicidal rates are more higher amongst people that are considered, quote unquote, to have money. Money don't make you happy. Money can pay for you and your resources while living in this capitalistic country, because we all need money. But it does not bring you purpose. It does not bring you happiness. It does not fulfill you. So just understand, some people don't value it the same. Say you bought a nice house. Does that mean that you're better than the person that doesn't have a nice house? Perhaps the person that doesn't have a house doesn't value the type of house you purchase or the lifestyle you may live. That doesn't depreciate the other person. So that's the story, The Rooster and the Jewel. And I'll read it one more time. The Rooster and the Jewel. A rooster, scratching the ground for something to eat, found a precious jewel that had been dropped there long ago. Whoa, he said, a fine thing you are. If your owner would have found you, she would have really been happy. But for me, give me a single grain of corn before all the jewels in the world. Again, the lesson is precious things are without value to those who do not care for them. Coffee Talk Podcast. This is Coffee Talk Podcast, the cultural variety podcast show where we give you the flavor and we also encourage reading, writing, and arithmetic here at Coffee Talk Podcast, the cultural variety podcast show. All right, so we're getting ready to end our show. And because it's, again, Juneteenth and Father's Day weekend, shout out to all the fathers out there. There is something that I wanted to read to you, and it's out of one of the greatest books ever written. And the book is entitled The Message to the Black Man by our spiritual leader, let's say that. Elijah Muhammad, Minister Farrakhan, Master Fard Muhammad, and all of the brothers and sisters. But in the message to the black man, I'm just going to read a piece that I want you to think about during this time of Juneteenth, as well as Father's Day. It's called Knowledge of Yourself. It says, you are ever making mistakes which will prove fatal to you and others of your own. If you could only recognize the time and knowledge of yourself and kind, the knowledge of the others who are on the same planet rotating around the sun daily, you would know who you are. And you should know who you are, as well as know your planet and its consistency. And remember at all times how you were brought here through our parents 400 years ago, and how our parents were mercilessly brought here against their will. And I'm going to stop right there. It continues, but I'm going to stop right there because that's what I want you to be thinking about, gentlemen, is finding your natural self again, being a man. And I know it's hard because they have so many trick words out here to make you feel like you are a narcissist because you believe in discipline. Or you are a narcissist because you believe in order. You believe in equality. You believe in the strategic process. You believe in leading. You believe in providing. But today's society combats all of that by coming up with these old technology words like narcissist, you're demanding, you're controlling. It's hard, fellas. It's hard because you have to fight through all of that just to center yourself, just to get to know who you are, or allow who you are to become who you are. You can't become anything if you don't know who you are. So once you know who you are, you start setting your path of being a righteous person. And not continuing with the ignorance of messing up our communities or trading on our communities, wanting to fit in with others and not fit in with your own kind. These are just some things I want you to think about on Juneteenth, as well as Father's Day weekend. So, with that being said, let me know how your day is going. Leave that in the comments. Let us know how your day is going as we are getting to late this evening, man. May you have enjoyed your days out with the family. May you have had barbecue or whatever you have done, your walks in the park, whatever it may have been, man. Make sure you have enjoyed yourself. And whatever's in your cup, whether that's water, wine, a smoothie, some beer, cappuccino, hey, that's the flavor. Come on in here with it. Make yourself comfortable. Enjoy yourself here at our humble home, Coffee Talk Podcast. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and hit you with the universal peace sign, and I'm going to just say, hey, man, enjoy yourself. Enjoy yours Monday. Enjoy yours Juneteenth. And I'll see y'all Wednesday for Coffee Talk Podcast, Wednesday Night Sports. We're out of here. Peace.